Hi BookTube. I'm here to look back at the goals I set at the beginning of this year when we were all naively expecting this year to go swimmingly and beautifully, and not the way it did. Yeah. Okay, so I had to rewatch the video because I couldn't remember the goals I set for myself. This was something really silly. I really need to have my goals like somewhere I can always see them, so I'm always reminded of them. So I'm going to be doing that in 2021. So I did learn something this year. Hooray for me! So let's look at these goals that I set. The first one was to read more ebooks. I think I did okay at this. I read more ebooks and e-comics in the latter half of the year. So I read 15 ebooks in total, and that's more than one a month, which is great. I think that exceeded maybe the goal that I had to set out because I didn't attach a numerical value to this goal. I just said read more ebooks, which is not smart goal setting, is it? But I did end up accomplishing that. And I read 17 e-comics, which is again more than one a month. So I think that's pretty good. Check mark on that goal. I wanted to make progress in the Malazan series. I wanted to read at least 6 of the books. That was before I really realized how intense and large and attention-hogging those books are. And I don't mean attention-hogging in a bad way. You have to pay attention to those books. It's not something that you can just pick up on a whim and just sit there and read. You have to like sit there and concentrate. And so it made the books harder to pick up and read. And I ended up reading 2 of the Malazan books. So I've in total read the first 3 because I read 1 in 2019 and then the 2 I read this year. So I think I learned my lesson there too. Next year's goal for the Malazan series is going to be slightly different, slightly less ambitious. And then I wanted to reread the Wheel of Time series. I wanted to reread at least 6 books. I think my goal was 1 Malazan book a month and 1 Wheel of Time book a month. But again, the Wheel of Time books are huge. I wanted to actually really pay attention and concentrate on reading them. And 1 a month, 1 every other month, but like 1 big fantasy book a month, it didn't work, unfortunately for me. I actually only read 1 Wheel of Time book. I have read the series before, so it's not a complete fail that I've never read the series before. It was a reread of the series. It just didn't stay a priority throughout the year, unfortunately. I wanted to get, I think like the first 4 at least read. I set the goal for 6, but I think the first 4 before the Wheel of Time TV series comes out. And the Wheel of Time series the TV series has been pushed back because of COVID and all that and whatever. But yeah, so I do have a bit more leeway now to reread those books in 2021 if I decide to do that. And it's still one of my favorite series of all time. Like, don't get me wrong, it just got waylaid by other books. I wanted to read the whole Bible. And no, I didn't do that. I believe I've set the goal of reading the whole Bible in a year many times, and I've never met it. And this year I got further in than I ever had before. But I think I was just doing it too intensely, and a lot of the research I was doing, because I was making videos for it too, and I wanted to research a lot of stuff, it took up a lot of time, and my work schedule was crazy. I was working like 15-hour days some days, so it was like I couldn't do it anymore. So I'm gonna reconfigure things, and my goal is still to read the whole Bible eventually. Maybe not in 2021, but we'll talk about that there. I made it to the beginning of Deuteronomy, and I finished the Gospel of Mark. The Gospels I'm not too worried about because I know them very well. It's the rest of the New Testament and the Old Testament that I need to look at. And reading the Bible was very stressful because I was very intense on focusing on like anything that stood out to me. I was like, I have to look this up, I have to research this, I have to find, different sources to back up the research. And reading the Bible shouldn't be that stressful. So I've decided to actually read books about religion before picking up the Bible so that maybe I don't have to do as much research. So like I'm preemptively researching things and then going into the Bible, hopefully with more knowledge. And I'll try that project again maybe in 2022. Who knows? And my last goal for 2020 was to do more annotations. And kind of, you know, I annotated a bit, but I can definitely do more. I tagged every book I read, and I tagged it like crazy. I just need to kind of grab out the pen and do the writing, the actual annotating of the book. I am really proud, however, of how annotated my copy of Brothers Karamazov is. It is, I'll insert some pictures. It is so chunky, it is so full of notes and tags, and that was a really intense project that I worked on this year, and I'm proud of how my copy has turned out. So that's it. I think I did okay on my 2020 goals. I've learned that I have to be more smart, I guess is the goal, the word that I use for goals. Now I have to actually assign like number values and like ideas and make like solid plans instead of just these kind of grandiose ideas. So yeah, that's it. How well did you do on your 2020 goals? And thank you for watching.